Welcome to This Week in Orthodoxy, the world's only online video newscast focused on events in the life of the Orthodox Church. I'm Emmy Louveris. These are the stories making headline news this week. 13 years after the loss of St. Nicholas at the World Trade Center, a date for the groundbreaking of a new church has been set. Christians in Tripoli, Lebanon report threats of persecution from an ISIL emergence, and an OCN team attends the IDC in Defense of Christian Summit in Washington. First up, groundbreaking for the rebuilding of the St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church destroyed on September 11, 13 years ago, has been set for next month on October 18th. First built in 1832, it stood in the shadows of the Twin Towers, and when the South Tower fell, it became the only church destroyed. Over the next 10 years, the land where the church once stood became the center of dispute between the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey and the church itself, until an agreement to rebuild was finally reached in 2011. Featuring the plans on OCN in July, the historical site will include a church for the congregation to worship in, a national shrine, and a universal bereavement and prayer center open for all to reflect on the tragedy of September 11th. Next, in the Middle East, Christians in Lebanon are on the edge. In the town of Tripoli, churches are being vandalized, their walls sprayed with the words, "The Islamic State is coming." Sources report that some churches have received more specific threats, warning of mass murders directed towards worshippers of the cross. Tripoli is the second largest city in Lebanon with a population of nearly 500,000, becoming one of the hubs for refugees fleeing persecution in Iraq. ISIS flags readily available at stores in Tripoli became the center of attention just a few weeks ago as social media was abuzz with the #BurnIsisFlag challenge, where Sunnis and Christians nominated one another to show their disapproval of the terror organization by burning the infamous flag. To date, Lebanon has become home to nearly 8,000 Iraqi refugees. And next up, an OCN team, including Executive Director Father Christopher Mitropoulos, attended the In Defense of Christian Summit last week held in Washington, D.C. The summit, organized to bring together religious leaders, human rights experts, public officials, policymakers, and diplomats, all unified in goodwill to strengthen advocacy efforts in the plight for Christians in the Middle East, to defend the defenseless, to be a voice for the voiceless. After the three-day summit, for the first time in history, 5 Christian patriarchs representing leaders in Christian communities in the Middle East visited the White House to discuss the protection of Christians in the Middle East with President Obama and National Security Advisor Susan Rice. His Beatitude Patriarch John X of Antioch and all the East was not able to attend. However, His Eminence the Most Reverend Metropolitan Joseph Al-Zilawi, Archbishop of New York and all North America of the Antiochian Orthodox Christian Church, attended the meeting as the official representative. Log on to myocn.net for additional information about this historic meeting, as reported by the Syriac International News Agency, and to read Father Christopher's first-hand accounts of the IDC Summit highlights. Given the IDC Summit efforts to bring attention to the plight of Middle Eastern Christians, here's a follow-up on the 2 still missing bishops kidnapped over a year and a half ago. Archbishop Paul Yazigi, brother of His Beatitude Patriarch John X of Antioch, and Syriac Orthodox Archbishop Yohanna Ibrahim, who had previously been successful in the release of over a dozen captured Muslims and Christians, were both abducted by Islamist extremists while trying to secure the release of 2 captured priests in April of 2011. Among the first victims of persecution in the region, the bishop's kidnappings brought light to the escalating violence against Christians as extremists gained more and more power, blatantly flaunting their ability to wage terror at any level. The bishop's whereabouts are still unknown, with little verifiable information available. We'll keep you updated with the ongoing story. Would you like to support OCN's ministry? One way you can help is to do your normal shopping on Amazon.com through our affiliate program. There's no cost to you. Amazon donates a portion of its profits to us. To get started, visit our website at myocn.net and click on the Buy button. You'll find easy instructions and links right there. And that brings another edition of This Week in Orthodoxy to a close, a program made possible by a generous gift from the National Philoptochos Society, in memory of former OCN Chairman of the Board, Dr. George Mekris. For everyone here at the OCN studios, thank you for watching. I'm Emily Veras. Let's go forth in peace.